Darcy Regier became the Buffalo Sabres GM in 1997 and remained GM until 2013. During his long tenure as Sabres GM, he had his share of good moves and bad moves. This episode, I will be focusing on Darcy Regier's worst moves as Buffalo Sabres GM. Darcy Regier had some bad signings, bad trades, and right now, Buffalo Sabres are still suffering from some of those moves. Darcy Regier had a huge problem with keeping stars on the Sabres. Some players left for free agency, while others demanded a trade. When trading his star players, he did not get enough for them. Here are some examples. In the summer of 2001, Michael Peca was in a contract dispute with the Buffalo Sabres. Ultimately, his rights were shipped to the New York Islanders in exchange for Taylor Pyatt and Tim Connolly. At the time, Michael Peca was the captain of the Buffalo Sabres. He was way more valuable than Darcy Regier thought he was. The players they got back in the trade did not make up for the loss of Michael Peca, to say the least. Tim Connolly was always in and out of the lineup, so you could not rely on him for production. Taylor Pyatt was nothing more than a fourth liner. So basically they shipped away Michael Peca for nothing. The next bad trade is shipping Dominic Hašek to the Red Wings in 2002. After trading away Michael Peca and a couple valuable pieces to the team, Dominik Hašek was beginning to question the Sabres' winning mentality. So in 2002, Dominik Hašek requested a trade, so the Sabres shipped him to Detroit in exchange for Vyacheslav Kozlov and a first-round pick. The first-round pick turned into Jim Slater. This was a horrible trade because Jim Slater didn't really play for the Sabres at all. Vyacheslav Kozlov got off the plane and said, "I don't like playing here." At the time of the trade, Dominik Hašek was still a premier goalie in the league. To make things worse for the Sabres, Dominik Hašek won a Stanley Cup that same year he was traded with the Red Wings. So this trade may go down as one of the worst trades in NHL history. In the summer of 2007, both Daniel Briere and Chris Drury were unrestricted free agents. Somehow, Regier let both of them walk as an unrestricted free agents. The decision to let both Briere and Drury walk led to the demise of the Buffalo Sabres. The very same summer, the Edmonton Oilers decided to sign Thomas Vanek to a 7-year deal worth $50 million on an offer sheet. This contract would pay Vanek $7.14 million per season. This would have meant that they would have received a first-round pick in 2008, a first-round pick in 2009, and a first-round pick in 2010. Matching an offer sheet of that contract for Vanek was insane. They could have taken those picks and built a good young core, but no, they overpaid Vanek. There are two particular bad UFA signings, and those are the Christian Ehrhoff signing and the Ville Leino signing. The Christian Ehrhoff signing is one of the worst contracts to date. It was a 10-year deal worth $40 million. That's $4 million per season. To go along with his $4 million annual salary, he had $14 million of signing bonus the first 2 seasons. The Ehrhoff signing turned into a complete flop as he was ultimately bought out with the compliance buyout. Ville Leino contract was equally as bad. It was a 6-year deal worth $4.5 million per season. That's $27 million total. Leino was also a complete flop, and he ended up getting bought out from his contract as well. Yes, Darcy Regier helped shape the Sabres into a contender, but he also turned them into a bottom feeder. They have a good, young, promising core, but it will take some time before they are playoff bound. Next episode, I will be talking about Rajon Rousseau's worst move as Canadiens GM.